Hey everyone, I'm Rachel, welcome back to my channel. Once again, I did not know what to do today for my makeup, so I thought I'd do the random shadow challenge that I occasionally do. I saw someone on Instagram do it a few years ago. I'll put her name up here because I always forget it, and I'll link to her Instagram down below. I recommend you follow her because she does these really cool crazy colourful looks. Sometimes like she'll paint her whole face. She does really good interesting colour combinations and eye shapes sometimes. So what she'd done is she'd written down the name of all her MAC shadows, because I think she works for MAC, and she would pick out 4 at random and do an eye look with those 4 colours. So I like writing lists and putting off what actually needs to be done, so I thought I'd write down the names of all my shadows. It took a long time. I wrote down the names of all the shadows from my palettes, my single shadows and all my pigments, and then every time I buy new ones I write those down too. So I keep them all in just this like plastic sandwich bag. And then for maybe the last 2 years on and off, year and a half, I've been doing this occasionally when I'm not sure what else to do, and then once I've used those shadows I throw away the piece of paper so that I'm always using, you know, new ones that I've forgotten about. I think that's the whole point really, that you're using shadows and palettes that you haven't used for ages. Plus sometimes you get really tricky combinations. I had once I picked out 4 like highlight shades. Oh, it was really hard. So I've already picked out my 4 today because I knew it would take me a long time to actually find them. I have Telepathy from Kat Von D, which is in the Monarch palette, and it's that one there. Happy with that one. Then I had Urban Decay Hustle, which is from the Naked one, and it's the burgundy brown. And then I had Illamasqua Paranormal, which is this pink, it's not a cream shadow, it's like a silicone shadow, and it's very strange consistency, takes quite a lot to build it up, but I'll see what I can do. And then I picked out Shiro, I'll Move That For You, which is from the Minecraft collection, and it's a deep shimmery purple. I'm allowed to use other shadows, but I have to use these 4, so I will see what I can do with them. First off, I'll prime my lids. I know that I can do that. I'm using the Too Faced Shadow Insurance, and I'll use my finger as usual. I'll start off with Tiny Death from the Kat Von D palette. It's just a pale cream shade I can put all over my brow bone. And this is the Delium Tool 769. Not a big fan of this brush, but I figured it needed to be used, it's been a while. I'm going to throw something in the crease to blend everything out, so I'm going to use Vanish from the Kat Von D palette. It's just a matte pale brown. And then I'll go straight in with Hustle, and I'll use the Zoeva Petty Crease. I'll put it on quite heavily and then blend it all out after. It's been so long since I used the Naked one. I'm not really a big fan of the Naked 1 or 2 anymore. I really like 3, but I never ever reach for 1 and 2. They did get well used when I had them though. When I had the Naked one, I didn't have that many palettes, so I used it pretty much every day. I'm going to blend that out with the Real Techniques base shadow brush. Now I'm going to go in with Kat Von D Telepathy, which I picked out. I'm going to apply it wet, and I think I'm going to use the Illamasqua Sealing Gel. I do prefer Inglot Duraline, but I want to use this up. And I'm just going to apply that over the inner 2/3 of my lid. And I think I've mentioned before, but I find you get the sort of shiniest results if you apply it wet and then straight away you apply it dry on top of the wet. So that's what I'll do. And now I'll go in dry. I think I'm a magpie. I'm just going to blend that out slightly with the brush I used to apply Hustle. Right, so I'm going to apply that Paranormal shade now, the pink, and hopefully this will work as a base for the purple. So I'll probably do one eye with both colours and then move on to the other so that this one doesn't set, although to be honest it doesn't really set. I'm going to use this little Model Zone shading brush to apply Paranormal. I'll really build it up on the brush because you need quite a lot of it. It's best applied with fingers, but I think they'll be too messy today. Quickly I'll blend that edge out with the Real Techniques brush. And then I think I'll use the Urban Decay 24/7 blending brush to apply the purple. Might change my mind. And I'll dab it on first because it does have glitter in it. I think that looks alright for 4 or more colours really quickly thrown together. I want to put something a bit lighter on the inner corner, so I'm going to use Virgin from the Naked palette, and I'll have to apply that with the same brush I used for Telepathy. I'll just clean it off a bit. In the spirit of using things that I've not used for ages, I've got the Maybelline Lasting Drama Gel Liner Black Shock, a really long name, gel liner that basically copied the Benefit of their real liner. I'm not going to use it from the applicator though, it's hideous, so I've got a brush to use instead. I'm going to try and use the Zoeva Detail Liner. It's this absolutely tiny, like winged shape. It's like a third the size of a normal wing liner brush. I'm going to start off with thin liner and we'll see what happens. I'm just going to do the smallest wing, just so that I'm not doing the same thing all the time. I did do a blog post comparing this liner to the Benefit one. I'll link to that below. I definitely preferred this one and I thought the Benefit one was rubbish. While the camera was off I decided to do my waterline as well. I only did the outer 2/3 and to make it look slightly less weird, the line where I stop I taper inwards. I'm gonna curl my lashes and do my mascara off camera. I am using the Clinique High Impact mascara today. So that's the mascara done. I only put it on the lower lashes, like the part that corresponds with where I did the waterline. I have stayed away from really dark colours because I said I would for a while for my lips. So I brought in 3 with me. What should I do? These are my lip tars that I've put in these little kind of lip gloss tubes. So I brought in Hoochie, Lydia and Pretty Boy. I kind of want Hoochie, I think. I have used purple, and not too much of it. Yeah, I'll do that off camera for reasons I explained in my last video. Basically, I do it the same every time. I think it's boring to watch. I will be right back. So there, that's the final look with Hoochie applied. I did line my lips first. I used the Kiko Smart Lip Pencil in 715. It wasn't quite the right colour purple, but it was close enough. And lip tars do benefit from lip pencil, helps them stop bleeding. That's my finished look with my 4 random shadows picked from my sandwich bag. Let me know if you'd be interested in me doing this again. I do like to do it, well, I probably do it about once a fortnight, and every now and again I go through a phase where I'll do a few days in a row. I do like it because it makes me use things I'd forgotten about, and sometimes I have to be really creative with my colour mixing. Today wasn't too bad actually. I think they'll go together really well, and Paranormal wasn't too scary to use. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you next time. Bye.